to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. The Commodores will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Tennessee's offense will go on the attack first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Using the quick game. At the 35, he's loose. Bulldozes his way through. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown ball! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
The Commodores' offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Stevens. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection and the pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Using his legs to tow it. There he goes. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Commodores have this offense rolling. Lost a throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle.
He's looking deep. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Vandy.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the left. What a cut. Now he's loose. Turning on the Jets. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll try the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Snagged out of the air. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this, we're going to get this first down, I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter, it's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Eaton. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Henderson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with the scoring drive here. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Firing to the right, complete. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Makes the catch. It's Eaton. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
The Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Commodores had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying play action. Pressure coming. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Knight. Pulls it in. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The Vols will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Commodores. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the back. You'll take... yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The offense in hurry-up mode. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quick release by the QB. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Vandy. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Coming out with it, it's Morse. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. They've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw.
Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup.
Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's caught. It's Eaton. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Commodores will send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Back to pass, it's Knight. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's reeled in, it's open. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Now the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Got it in the middle. It's Eaton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown Doors. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Vols just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Grabbed over the middle, it's open. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Vols will call on their punt team. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Knight. This time he's got it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target to the left. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the air. Touchdown ball! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in a situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's
going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finding an escape route.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. It'll be a draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the ground with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Going for it all. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Oh, they're after him. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to throw. It's Knight. Under fire. And he's going to go down at the 1. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. 2nd down now after the sack. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. And tackled there by the defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Back to pass. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's what...
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Gonna look downfield again. Let's it fly. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Knight. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Trying to power it in. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always...